Good morning, guys. Welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, having a look at the Supercars-On-Sea Championship for Forza Horizon. And this gets you the Porsche 911-90, which is the Singer edition. For this one, we're at Waterhead Sprint, Elmston-on-Sea Sprint, and Bamborough Coast Circuit. I've decided that there's quite a few cars you could go for, but I'm going to go for the Porsche 911 Turbo 3.3 from 1982 because it's a pretty cheap car to get. And the extra benefit is if you buy this off the auto show, it's actually got 300,000 credits built into it. So you can buy it for 150, unlock for 300,000, end up having this car plus 150,000 in the bank, which more than covers the cost of its tune. So win-win, isn't it? Let's start this event, and I've had this on highly skilled because this is what you need to use in order to get the seasonal completion and get the reward car. And there's a few cars you can use for this. You can use the Ferrari Enzo, which is really nice to be fair, but it is a little bit on the expensive side. With this car's really cheap, it's pretty fast, and it really is actually pretty respectable. I've done a few attempts at this event. It took absolutely ages to complete it. I actually went back and I was just tweaking the tune on it constantly. It was a little bit too wobbly, so I was changing a few things here and there. It wasn't quite getting speed up, so I was getting a few things changed so it could hit a slightly higher top speed. And a big thing with this tune mode is mostly about the handling, because it's actually a pretty powerful car in itself. And a lot of cars I was trying this in, I tried this in my Hoonigan Porsche, and that was just bloody chaos. That was absolutely horrendous. That was just really messy. And I did actually run this through on the Enzo, and at the end it will show on the reward screen, it will show that I'm driving the Enzo. But I went and looked at it and said, you know what, this car's cheaper, this is more accessible, and you know what, you're getting a Porsche 911 out of this. I want to try and do this in a 911. And this car pretty much fits the bill for everyone, really. And yeah, it works pretty well. Although I will say that handling on this is definitely the big issue on this event. And this car handles it pretty respectably, so I'm happy with that. That's a first place win. No problem, 20 points on the board. Can't be asking for much better. Elmston-on-Sea Sea Sprint, and again going into this, at least with this it is actually a road racing event. If this was a street racing event, this would be a bit chaotic, a bit of a nightmare. But S1 road racing, you know what, I can handle that. That's not too much of a problem. That corner back there is a bit problematic because when I was doing this in the Enzo, I did keep going a little bit wide and missing a checkpoint, but in the Porsche, I'm not having really too many issues with that. This is actually pretty well balanced. It's got plenty of power. Its handling's all right. I'm hugging the walls a little bit too much, but never mind. But all in all that time I put into tweaking it here, tweaking it there, and just getting it so it was actually drivable and didn't annoy the crap out of me, it was definitely worth it, because this is actually a pretty decent car for this. And it is just get past you, Kenny Cretin. Yeah, I always comment on people's names on this. Kenny Cretin. Right, okay, fair enough. Cretin, for people who maybe not be in the UK, is a bit of an insult. It means idiot, it means moron, it means stupid person. You know, people who were just ridiculous. You know, someone who's just a nasty person who's sort of stupid. And yeah, so call yourself Kenny Cretin. Either you want to just call yourself that or you don't understand what it means. I'm not really sure. But 61% on this, first place. These guys are tailing me pretty effectively, but I'm doing all right. Got the first. And as usual with these championships, I'll be looking at getting 3 firsts. However, all I need is 2 firsts and a second place in order to complete it. A little bit of drifting around there, not doing too badly. And with this car and the stability, definitely have a play with traction control and the stability options. See how it sort of fits your driving style, how it drives. For me personally, I've just crammed it all on because I tend to just get my foot down and go a bit crazy on it, and it sort of suits me, whereas I'll go into another event and I'll turn all this stuff off for another vehicle. But 99%, 100% through the line, another first place, so that's 2 for 2, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. What have we got next? This is the third and the final event, Bamborough Coast Circuit. Okay, circuit racing. Do I want to go to expert? Not really, no. I don't care about credits. I really don't. So, foot down, go, go, go. Credits don't bother me on this because I've already got more than I'm actually going to spend. Be careful on that one, little nudge. This is always a bit of a funny one, this circuit, in all honesty. And coming round, just got to be careful on these corners because related potato. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay. Related potato. Yeah, I don't know why people put potato in their name, to be honest with you. Because someone I know on here is called Potato Gamer. It's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. And apparently there's about 40 some odd others on Xbox with Potato Gamer as their name. So, yeah, okay. Furnham Farbottom. Furnham Furbottom. That's another one. That concerns me somewhat. Got a little bit of a problem with here, I'm not sure, but that's the first lap out of the way. And this is the one which, out of all these, I think was probably going to cause me more problems because it is a circuit, it is a lot of corners, and you are doing this sort of stuff in S1 class cars. But, you know, I'm doing all right. And I'm taking these corners without too many issues, although it's not exactly what you call perfect racing. It's not exactly, you know, decent, but when you judge it by results, you judge it by results, right? So put brakes down, skid it into rear, go round, a little bit of a twist and turn around here, and making sure I do hit those checkpoints. But once you get onto this bit, it's pretty easy to get your foot down and get past people or try and get a little bit of a lead. Although you do end up having to slam the brakes down once you get through the checkpoint, like that one. But if you do it right, you can do it all right. And I did slow down a little bit too much for that one, which is not ideal. And I know someone in the comments, apologies, I can't remember what your name is now, without going back and having a look. In the comments for my first look video for this, did say to me, a little top tip, a pro tip, stick it on manual so you've got better control of your speed into corners and whatnot. And yeah, you know, I sort of agree with you. You know, when you've got manual, it's definitely a lot better. And my problem, in all honesty, right, is the Xbox controllers. There's actually not enough buttons on them. And I've tried remapping stuff in the past, and I end up having to put stuff on weird buttons and stuff because it forces you to buttons for radio and stuff like this, which I would rather sort of give up. And maybe if I'm on a pro controller, one of the elite controllers, yeah, you know, but it's a bit difficult on the normal one. But That's my 60 points. So I've got 3 wins on that one, which is pretty respectable. And Supercars-On-Sea complete. So there you go, average, above average, and highly skilled. And this gets me the Porsche 911 1990, the Singer edition, as well as a few ancillary credits. So that is that, guys. Hopefully you found this interesting, found it useful. And if you like what I'm doing, hit that like, hit subscribe. So until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.